LEGO Fortnite, video game turned brand deal, has begun coming out with physical LEGO sets, with seemingly more on the way. One product in specific, the Battle Bus, contains 9 minifigures, all of them straight from the game. With this first set of Fortnite minifigures, I was wondering what they could possibly add as minifigures in future sets. And that also got me thinking, what other minifigures already exist in LEGO sets that can also be found in LEGO Fortnite? Of course you have the obvious picks, Darth Vader, Spider-Man, but I wanted to see how much it would be to get all these minifigures fresh from the box and as closest to their in-game appearance as possible. So in other words, no minifigures of the TMNT 2014 characters cause ugh. With that, let's delve into this journey that you will find totally and financially satisfying. With this sort of Herculean task of tracking down the sets every LEGO Fortnite skin is found in, there was bound to be several sets that just weren't being produced anymore. Which means we will have to rely on the scourge that is secondhand sellers, and some of these sets from secondhand sellers can go for pretty outrageous prices, even for the small things. Of course, there's still plenty of sets being made today that contain the minifigs we need, so we can save a pretty penny from those higher prices. And I know what you're thinking, wouldn't it just be easier to find the minifigs by themselves online and buy them from there? And while yes, it's true, where's the fun in that? With that out of the way, I've decided to break up some of the heavy hitters into 3 parts, those being Marvel, DC, and Star Wars, with a couple little themes sprinkled in between. Let's take a look at our first theme, Marvel. Now out of the big 3, Marvel is definitely the baby brother of the group, being created in 2012. Despite being comparably recent, however, it has created enough sets to make itself a titan of the LEGO brand, with plenty of minifigures to boot. One such minifigure, coming from the Battle Pass of the fairly recent Marvel-themed season, was Shuri, which can be found in Black Panther War in the Water, going for about $30. Another member of that Battle Pass was War Machine, whose minifig can be found in the War Machine Mech Armor set, retailing at $14.99. Alright, doing pretty good for the first couple of sets. Let's keep this momentum going by taking a look at Dr. Doom, arguably one of Marvel's most renowned villains in their entire lineup. Surely because of that, he will have plenty of minifigs to choose for. Oh, there's only been one Dr. Doom minifig ever made, and it's in a set that goes for about $115. Okay. And in Fortnite, there's actually 2 Dr. Doom skins, so if we take a look at which version matches the minifig the closest, it's gotta be the original. Sorry, New Doom. Hopefully you can get a new Tony Stark minifigure made for you to tie in for the next movie. Since the original Dr. Doom made his debut in the Chapter 2 Marvel season, let's take a look at that Battle Pass. One of the skins featured in that pass was Groot. Now Groot is an interesting case, as there's 2 different versions of him. There's one taking more of an appearance from the first Guardians of the Galaxy film, and the other taking the appearance of the Volume 3 depiction. The Volume 3 Groot is found in a real money bundle that costs $28.99, lame, and the original Groot is forever locked behind that Battle Pass, also lame. What's interesting about them, however, is how they look in LEGO Fortnite. See, the original Groot has the shoulder piece, which contradicts the real-life minifigure equivalent, in which it's Volume 3 Groot that has the shoulder piece. The situation is similar for the Volume 3 skin in Fortnite, except it's specifically Teen Groot from the Infinity War saga that the minifigure in Fortnite is based off of. I believe this confusion exists because the original Groot figure based off the first movie was brick built, and not the standard minifigure. With this dilemma resolved, now we can look into where you can actually find these things. Luckily enough, the OG Groot can be found in one of the cheaper, smaller sets, being found in the Guardians of the Galaxy headquarters, going for $8.82. Now here's the thing, Star-Lord is in this set, but we'll get to Chris Pratt in just a moment. The Volume 3 Groot is found in quite the unique set, as it can be found in one of the annual advent calendars LEGO puts out, this one being themed around the Guardians as a whole. This set goes for about $25.33, and has a whole lot of festive flair put into it, as seen here with Groot having the purpose of the Christmas tree. While we're here, we can check Mantis off the list as well. And I know that Drax is also here, but we'll get back to him in just a second. And also Chris Pratt again. Finally, to wrap up the Guardians, we have the Milano Spaceship Rescue, going for about $145.87. This set comes with Star-Lord, Drax, and Gamora. The reason I was so picky about Star-Lord in particular is because in LEGO Fortnite, the Star-Lord skin specifically has the helmet on, in which a majority of the Star-Lord minifigs use Chris Pratt's mug on him. Drax is also in this spot because the minifigure in here is 1-to-1 with his appearance in LEGO Fortnite. Funny, given this set is from the first Guardians film. Finally, there is no minifig in existence that matches the same look LEGO Gamora has in game, so I consider this a free space. Moving on from Guardians, let's take a look at the X-Men. With plenty of skins to choose from in Fortnite, there's no better bundle than the X-Mansion, retailing at $329.99! Well, at the very least, it comes with plenty of minifigures for our collection, such as Cyclops, Storm, Wolverine, Magneto, Jean Grey, Rogue, and for the first time ever, Gambit. The interesting thing about Jean Grey in particular is that although the skin used in Fortnite, Dark Phoenix, looks nothing like this minifigure, they are both the same character. The only alternative I could find was a Comic-Con 2012 exclusive figure, which goes for about $720 for just her. So let's just stick with the cheaper option. While on the topic of the X-Men, let's take another look at Wolverine. In Fortnite, there are various Wolverine alternate styles, but for convenience sake, I won't be covering any Fortnite promotional outfits such as those that come from their comics, as minifigures just don't exist for them. However, there is one specific Wolverine skin we can cover, which is Wolverine Pen and Ink. This outfit was released as an almost kinda promo for Deadpool and Wolverine, opting for a more stylized version of the titular characters rather than the skins based off their film. And there does exist a set where we can find both a maskless Wolverine and a Deadpool minifigure, that being Wolverine's Chopper Showdown, going for $233.35. It's quite convenient that we can find both the only Wolverine without a mask and the only accurate Deadpool minifig. And another Magneto. Well, we don't really need another Magneto, so you can just toss him over there, it's fine. Moving on, let's check out something a little different. Blind bags. Marvel came out with 2 waves of the LEGO CMF series, or collectible minifigure series. And there are a couple of Fortnite skins we can find in here. For example, in their first wave focusing on their shows such as What If and Loki, we can find both Sylvie and Loki from the show appearance. Loki doesn't have the same horns he has in LEGO Fortnite, but his appearance is still from the same show. Here we can also find Captain America. In the second wave, ditching the bags and now packaged in small boxes, we can find Moon Knight, Clint Barton, Kate Bishop, and She-Hulk, all resembling their show appearance. Now 7 minifigures in one line isn't bad, right? You see, each package contains a chance of finding the specific one you're looking for. You could find Moon Knight, or you can pull a Wolverine or Storm that we just don't need. Therefore, to maximize your odds, you may want to look into buying a full box of these collectible minifigures. All for the light price of... that's a big number. Well, at least we can have our 7 minifigures and a whole lot of extra plastic, right? Speaking of the MCU, let's get some of the skins specifically based off the films out of the way. Starting off, we have Jane Foster and Thor, depicted in their Thor Love and Thunder appearances, featured in Attack on New Asgard. This set is priced at a very nice $14.36. Probably because no one really cared about the movie. Now this Thor is based on his on-screen appearance in the film. The bad thing is, in Fortnite, this skin specifically has a helmet, whereas this one doesn't. I'll mark this as half a Thor, and we'll get back to the other half in due time. But for now, let's move on to another MCU character, Iron Man, specifically his appearance in Age of Ultron. You can find this minifigure in the appropriately titled Iron Man vs. Ultron set, also coming from the Age of Ultron line. This set is priced at $31, probably because it's quite old, but even so, it's a pretty small set. Not to worry, this problem will become quite prevalent as we go on. With that out of the way, we have Black Widow, specifically from her appearance in her standalone movie. The set in question is Taskmaster's Ambush, selling for a hefty $63.90. Now, even though Taskmaster is the titular character in this set that also has a skin in Fortnite, you can see that the film version doesn't exactly match the in-game LEGO minifig. And since we're accounting for the closest resembling minifig, we'll return to Taskmaster very soon. For now, let's take a look at Spider-Man and MJ from their appearances in No Way Home. Unfortunately, both of these skins are found in separate sets. However, in this first one, we can at least knock out another character on our list, that being both Spider-Man and Nick Fury, found in Spider-Man vs. Mysterio's Drone Attack, which actually comes from the Far From Home theme. In this set, we have the specific Spider-Man we need, Nick Fury, and Mysterio, priced at a simple $17.85. Now, while we can knock out Mysterio here and now, there's another closer resembling figure we'll get to soon enough. For now, let's move on to the second set, which is Spider-Man at the Sanctum Workshop, priced at $33.68. This set contains the MJ we need, another Spider-Man, this time from the correct movie appearance, and Doctor Strange. Now, Doctor Strange is in this set, however, in-game he specifically has a paper cape and not whatever this thing is, so we'll come back to him soon. Now, while in the topic of Spider-Man, what if I told you there was a set you can buy that contains 10 minifigs that we can get out of the way in one convenient package? Well, that colossal set in question is none other than the Daily Bugle, retailing at a whopping $349.99. This set comes with plenty of minifigs, but the ones we need in particular are Spider-Man, Spider-Man, Spider-Gwen, Carnage, Venom, Green Goblin, Mysterio, Black Cat, Blade, and Daredevil, with the last three being exclusive to this set. Now that's a whole lot of Spider-Man characters, right? Surely we're done by now.
Wrong!
There's still more! Up next, we have the Iron Spider, found in the Attack on the Spider Lair set, selling for $74.98. This iteration of Spider-Man is actually meant to be a display costume in the background, but background element or not, that's a minifigure. Our final Spider-Man on this list is none other than Spider-Man 2099, who can be found in Spider-Man Spider Crawler, going for about $103.70. Take a shot every time I've said spider in this video. Now, despite being Spider-Man 2099, this minifigure is not the same version of the character seen in Across the Spider-Verse. Probably because no sets have been made of this movie yet. God damn it! Moving on, we get to Mary Jane Watson, found in Spider Helicopter Rescue, priced at $62.27. What's interesting about Mary Jane is that she only has a handful of minifigs, 3 of them being in the Sam Raimi Spider-Man trilogy sets, which if we were to get those would be... Oh, no. Now that we've finished the Spider-Man subsection, all except for one, but I don't think we're ready for that one yet. Let's move on to another subsection, Doctor Strange, where there's one set we can find 3 minifigs in, that being the Sanctum Sanctorium, retailing for $249.99. The minifigs we're looking for are the titular Doctor Strange, the Scarlet Witch, and... Iron Man? Why is Iron Man here? And Spider-Man? Correct me if I'm wrong, but they just weren't in the movie whatsoever. It's whatever. This Iron Man in specific is the version we need anyways. Moving on, we're starting to scrape the bottom of the barrel here, but hey, at least this barrel still has some cheap items in it, such as this Shang-Chi set, Shang-Chi and the Great Protector, where we can find Shang-Chi. Priced at $5.17, this is by far the cheapest set in the entire list. Not a single other set comes even close to it. Another somewhat cheap set we can get is the Hulk Mech Armor, retailing at $14.99. This set is so recent, in fact, you can probably find it in the toy aisle of your local Walgreens. Another cool mech set we have is the Ghost Rider Mech and Bike set, selling for $23.58, in which we can find Ghost Rider. What's funny about these mech suit sets is that there are so many of them. Doesn't even matter if it's from Marvel or not. Every license has at least one of them. I actually own one of these things, the Thanos one in particular. However, this Thanos is not the one we're looking for, so it's garbage!
I'm sorry, little one.
Next up, we have the Ultimate Battle for Asgard set, priced at $87.03. In this set, we can find Hela, and finally, the other half of Thor from way earlier. Now this Thor actually does have a helmet, so you can kind of just grab that and put it on the Love and Thunder Thor, and boom, one full Thor. Speaking of returning to a prior character, here we have the Avengers Hulk Lab Smash set, priced at $86.48. Here we can find an array of unique characters like MODOK, but the one we need here is Taskmaster, who most closely resembles the Fortnite minifig, better than the Black Widow version. The final set we'll cover before the homestretch is Quantum Realm Explorers, priced at $37.45, in which we can find Ant-Man. The only downside to this minifig is that the helmet isn't like the Fortnite minifig. We don't really have a choice because the helmet that comes close comes from this minifig. Finally, we arrive at the final 3 sets on this list. First up, we have the Avengers Speeder Bike Attack, priced at $28.22. Here, we can find yet another Thor and Black Panther, specifically with a cape collar, but no cape, unlike the Fortnite version. Up next, we have the Sanctuary 2 Endgame Battle Set, priced at $46.05. In this set, we can find both Thanos and Captain Marvel. The thing about Captain Marvel is that she doesn't have a non-MCU minifigure out there. Any set involving her directly ties into the MCU lines, so this is about as close as we can get. Finally, our last set of the Marvel series is the Avengers Quinjet, retailing at $99.99. This set comes with the core Avengers characters, all except for Hawkeye and Hulk, so we can cross off Black Widow and Captain America. Of course, we can't have an Avengers movie tie-in set without the main villain of the film, Loki. And with that, we have finally reached the... Wait. Something's wrong.
Something's missing.
Back in the Spider-Man section, I said this. All except for one, but I don't think we're ready for that one yet. Well, now it's time to get back to that. Spider-Woman. A skin that was added during Chapter 5 Season 4 has only one minifigure of her ever made. It was the kind of minifigure where you had to be there to get her. The event being none other than Comic-Con 2013. There is no other feasible way of obtaining this minifig other than buying it online from someone who's willing to give it away. So tell me, how much is this one minifigure worth? Go on, I'll give you a second to guess. One really good guess. Ready? Here it is. That definitely put a hole into the pocket. But if you're willing to give up a couple mortgages, you will have every Marvel series LEGO Fortnite minifig in physical form. Now that the Marvel series is done and wrapped up, how about we take a look at some other non-series skins before we finish it off for today. Let's get started with some sets deriving from Nickelodeon. Fortnite has recently begun getting all buddy-buddy with Nickelodeon, going as far as giving the entire TMNT brand their own section in the creative catalog. As such, of course TMNT would have their own unique skins in Fortnite, and with those come new minifigures for us to find. For example, we have here Baxter Robot Rampage, going for about $74.64. In case it wasn't clear enough, these designs derive from the 2012 TMNT show, and I'll mainly use these as the minifigures we go with, because as stated at the beginning of the video, in this set, we find April O'Neil, Donatello, and Raphael. This might be a little bit of a spoiler, but I'm a little disappointed that there's no set where you can just have all 4 turtles in. You have to buy separate sets just to have all 4 of them together. That being said, let's move on to the Shellraiser Street Chase set, going for $59. In this set, we can find both Leonardo and Michelangelo, bringing our 4 turtle brothers together. This set also made me realize how well translated the mutant characters are in LEGO form. They don't look too out of place and are genuinely just really nice figures. Finishing up the TMNT line, we have Shredder's Lair Rescue, going for $89.19. Here, we can find once again Raphael, Michelangelo, a foot soldier, and... Is that Garmadon?
Hello?
The minifig we're specifically here for though is of course Shredder. This will be the only Shredder minifig we can find, since there's no Super Shredder variant. And before we finish up here, I do need to clear something up. See, in LEGO Fortnite, every skin has the standard LEGO legs, and while yes, Splinter has minifigures in these sets, he either has the brick robe or short legs, both disqualifying him from being a quote-unquote proper playable skin in LEGO Fortnite. This topic will pop up frequently in the future, so I'm making it known now, just so there's no confusion or anything going forward. Moving on, let's take a look at another Nickelodeon brand series. Believe it or not, there was once an Avatar series, short-lived but surprising nonetheless. And no, not the Blue People one, the Last Airbender one. Of course, this being a very old set, we're just not gonna worry about the price for these. Here we have the Fire Nation ship, in which we can find Aang, Zuko, and Katara. Out of the 4 characters added in the collab, only 3 have actual minifigs. I guess Toph didn't see the opportunity to become a LEGO figure. Get it? Cause see, and she. Once again, this is an old set, so just don't worry about the price of this thing. Hey, I said don't worry about it. But yeah, this thing is obviously not cheap. So hey, while we're here, let's have our final set of the day be yet another older set. Throughout my entire research, this is by far the most interesting set I've seen, and the title goes to none other than NBA Collectors number 2, selling for $54.24. Here, the minifig we need is none other than Shaquille O'Neal, and what makes these figures interesting is that they're the only minifigs in this entire lineup with a gimmick. See, these minifigs had springs in their legs, which if they were bent backwards, it would spring back into position. The reasoning for this is because if they were holding a basketball, they would fling the ball when sprung back into position, and your goal was to land it into the net. It's a really cool concept, and it would be neat if LEGO tried something this unique again. Well, there you have it. Part 1 of how much money it would cost to own every LEGO Fortnite minifigure in real life. I'm sure by the time this first video comes out, it'll already be very outdated. Oh, now you have LEGO Fortnite minifigures when you didn't have them before. I'll definitely keep up with any new collabs or updates to this list if necessary. And in the next video, we'll be taking a look at as well as some more side series. But until then, my name's been Beefaroni, and I'll catch you in the next one.